The future of the U.S. Department of Education is in question this week after President Donald Trump expressed that he wants it closed. Local teachers voicing their concerns. Eric Nacton, he joins us now with a rally that took place in Washington.
Well, President Donald Trump has made his feelings known this week regarding the future of the Department of Education, and he wants it shut down. President Donald Trump announced he'd like the U.S. Department of Education closed right away. According to Mr. Trump, America spends more per pupil than any other country in the world. A rally was held Wednesday to stop the Trump administration from disbanding the DOE. Hawaii State Teachers Association leaders joined hundreds of educators, parents, students, and elected officials to lobby members of Congress and stand up for Hawaii students who rely on vital services and depend on public schools.
We actually attended a rally on the Capitol grounds to support what is going on, stand strong against the possible cuts to education.
This school year, there are 165,000 students in Hawaii's public schools. Of that, $52 million is in what's called Title I funding, which goes to help 96,000 of those 165,000 students who live in lower income areas. 20,000 special needs students across the islands could be the most impacted, as we receive $38 million a year from the Education Department to help the students who are most in need. Homeless youth will also be impacted.
Local residents spoke with Island News.
I think the Department of Education does a lot of important things that people don't recognize. Head Start's funded through the Department of Education. All the individual educational plans for children who have special needs is funded through the Department of Education. And how will those important services be maintained if funding's cut? But I think that by and large, this type of blanket cutting without real strong examination of the consequences is pretty flawed, and we need to make sure we don't do harm to people.
The Department of Education and cutting funding, which certainly would hurt Hawaii with $52 million that comes into our state every year to support teachers. But nationally, I think that the folks in the country have voted, and they feel that we need to take a look at all departments of government, not just the Department of Education, but all departments have waste.
Linda McMahon, whose first hearing to become Secretary of Education will be tomorrow, is going to fit into the mold of Betsy DeVos, who is just another billionaire who will do what she can to eviscerate public education.
Trump wants the DOE closed immediately. That hasn't taken place yet, but he's reportedly signed executive orders. The question remains, can he abolish the DOE without congressional input? And this could result in larger class sizes and possibly divert funds away from public schools. I spoke with a longtime high school teacher tonight who worked on the East Coast and now lives in Hawaii. He feels the states should have local control when it comes to funding and decide where the money should be spent.